always say relaxed. I think it's good to relax. I don't think it's good to reward with food. I've already screwed up today, so just forget it, and I'll start clean tomorrow. Have you ever heard that? I'll start my day tomorrow. Or I'll start logging tomorrow, I promise.
On Monday.
Well, the truth is, if you've screwed up, it's okay, but stop there. Because if you stop there, all you've done is put a little bit back in your wallet or back into your glycogen, and we can get that, we can take care of that. That's not a big deal. But if you have what we've termed a relaxed weekend, what people like to have, my dad's not in here, but that's his term, relaxed weekends, what happens is you have, by the time the weekend's over, you've filled up your liver glycogen, there's no more room in your wallet, and you've actually stored body fat. Does anyone remember what we store with carbohydrates? Water. And why is that important? Because it makes you gain a lot of weight when you're carrying around that much glycogen. So one relaxed weekend can easily put on 5 to 6 pounds. And how long do you think it's going to take to get those 5 to 6 pounds of glycogen off? About a week. So 2 days, or even sometimes even just a full day of all-out eating can set you back a full week. So if you mess up, it's okay, but just realize you can stop now and not be set back for 7 days. You can get that off, burn through it in 2 to 3 days, and not store body fat. I'll just eat this now and do some extra cardio tomorrow. I've done this one. I don't anymore. I'm a pre-diet duck life. So pumpkin pie equals 45 minutes on the treadmill. Well, the problem with that is most people don't end up doing their extra cardio session anyway. And say you ate, if you can easily overeat 1,000 calories. If you overeat 1,000 calories, that would take a 150-pound female 100 minutes running at a pretty fast speed for 100 minutes. So if you go back to the prescription on Monday, you have a relaxed weekend, you go back to the plan that we have you on, and you do 2 extra hours of cardio, you are going to feel like poop. You are going to be tired, you are going to be hungry, you are going to overeat and say, I'll just do some more cardio on Wednesday. It's a binge purge behavior. And if anyone in here can't break the cycle, let us know, because you'll never feel stable. You will spin your wheels over and over if this is your mindset or how you dieted previously. Over-exercising to compensate is never a good idea. We can fix stuff with your numbers and help you if you did overeat so that you don't get in this habit. I know I'm going to eat bad at the party, so I just won't eat anything till I get there. Like store up all your macros, which is okay to store some of them, but not eating breakfast or lunch that day. What's going to happen when you go to the party and there's a thing of potato chips?
The whole thing.
It's going to be you over the potato chips stuffing your face. When you go into a situation like that, hypoglycemic, basically your blood sugar is very low if you've skipped meals. You're going to go in hungry, hypoglycemic. You're going to go straight for the sweets, straight for the salty, and you're not going to be able to stop where you should. So tonight, Kim and I have a wedding to go to. You know what we're going to do? I'll probably eat a protein bar at 5 o'clock right before I go. Because I don't know when we're going to get served food, and I don't want it to be 7:30 at night and I'm ravishing, and instead of 1 crab ball, I eat 6. So I always eat before I go somewhere, something small, leaving room for food at the party, but definitely not going in hyperglycemic or overly hungry. So just some tips when you go to a party. Don't expect them to have anything that fits your macro ranges, and don't be upset about it. So if you go to your mom's house or your aunt's house, don't expect that they're going to have things that fit your macro goals, and take that into account, that you're going to have a smaller serving of whatever they're serving. Or if you know them well enough, you can ask them if you can bring a dish like a salad with a low-fat dressing, so you know you'll have something to eat that will fit. If you know the host, like if it's your mom, and you can ask them the menu ahead of time, so you can plan your day around it. If it's someone you don't know very well, I don't recommend calling them and asking what they're serving because you're on a diet. But if you do know the person, you can ask ahead of time and rearrange. If they're having lasagna, just know you gotta cut back carbs a little bit earlier in the day, but you can still have it. I always carry a protein bar in my purse, but keep a shake or a bar in the car, just in case you feel like you're gonna get into trouble. Protein bar, if there's something sweet at a party or a Bible study, an event, a protein bar will usually satisfy me, and I can stay away from it. But if I don't have anything, it really sets you up for wanting whatever they have. So I always keep something on me, just in case. If you're hosting a party, you don't have to create, I mean, we host it, it's kind of nice we get to throw a party just for people that are on the same type of diet that we are. But you don't have to create a menu that just fits your macros. But make sure you plan stuff for other people. Include some healthier choices. You'll be surprised if you serve baked chips at a party, how many people will eat them. If you serve whole wheat buns and white buns, I'm always surprised. People eat the sandwich thins, and I'll be left with like 3 things of hamburger buns. So people will take healthier choices if they're there. So don't be afraid to put those out there. You might be surprised that other people actually are watching it too. If you're going to be serving a dessert and you think it might get you into trouble, for me, I can't make a Texas sheet cake because it will have a fork in it and me standing there with the counter. But you can make desserts that maybe you're just not crazy about, but you're, like my dad likes coconut cream pie. I can take it or leave it. So I would make that. So they enjoy it, but I know I'm not going to get myself into trouble with it. If you do make something sugary, high fat, throw it away or make people take it home. I always make people take stuff home. I have Tupperware containers, take it, get it out of here. Because I don't want to be left with it. Sometimes I don't trust myself. And make alternative healthy desserts, like those little pumpkin cups. And make those. People don't have to eat them, but you'll be surprised when people actually like it and don't realize it's healthy or diet food. So your guests might find that they actually like some of your diet food. Did you guys see like the small forks and small spoons that we had? I'm like notorious for eating with baby spoons. I go to the dollar store and buy disposable baby spoons, and anything sweet, even if it's protein pudding or yogurt, it makes me slow down and take more bites. Same thing with the small forks. Get those, carry them around. Use small plates. I mean, you probably also heard that there are studies that if you have a big plate, you're going to put more food on it. A smaller plate, you're going to eat less. It's a visual thing. So use smaller plates if you have an option of a salad plate or a big plate. I always eat dinner on a salad plate just because it looks like it's full. So use small plates if they're available. Put your fork down between bites. Instead of just sitting there with your pumpkin pie and eating it and not thinking about it, take a bite, put your fork down, and think about it. Think about what it tastes like, what the texture is, what it smells like. Actually, if you're going to eat something, enjoy it. Don't inhale it. Sit down and actually enjoy the flavors. And this is something I never used to do. I'm always eating in a rush, so I got little kids at home. But it is nice to slow down and actually taste your food and enjoy it. You get more out of it, out of the whole experience, and you're able to stop too. Dealing with critical friends and family members, this can, if you have friends and family that aren't supportive of you, this can be very difficult. You don't have to tell people that you're on a diet if you know they're not going to be supportive. I wouldn't even bring it up. I would just say, I'm trying to watch my sugar, or I'm trying to just eat cleaner or healthier. You don't have to go in and explain to them what you're doing. So a lot of times then they'll want to tell you about their diet and what they're doing. And so I always tell people I try to eat clean. Don't feel obligated to explain yourself if someone's not being supportive. If someone's like, oh, you cannot eat carbs. Carbs are going to kill you. No. You don't have to explain it. We know the science. You can always ask me if someone tells you something and you think maybe they're right, they might be. You can always ask us, but don't feel like you have to explain glycogen and all that stuff to people. Just let them talk. And be aware that some people might try to sabotage you, and try to pressure you into eating. And try to have a non-aggressive strategy in place if you know that this is going to happen. So if you have, we all have people in our life that try to sabotage us if we're doing well on a program. Weight loss, I know I've had several clients lately tell me that, like, people keep telling me I don't need to lose any more weight, but I wanna be 5 pounds thinner. I say, that's your goal. They're projecting something that they feel, they're not successful with weight loss, and they're projecting it onto you. You choose where you want to be and where you want your weight, and if you know you're gonna be around people that are like that, have a plan that's not gonna be offensive to them, in place, and just be aware that that does occur, and it occurs quite often, and my clients will tell me, that people say stuff to them, so. Oops. And this is Corey. You asked me about Corey. Corey runs the Mental Edge program at the Diet Doc headquarters in Evansville. And if you struggle with any of these issues with emotional eating, Corey's a licensed counselor. She's getting her PhD in psychology, and pretty much most of her counseling is based on both competitors and general population people who have issues with eating and body image. She's awesome. We can put you in contact with her. Kim and I have both worked with her. Kim worked with her on the diet end, but she had some issues with eating and emotional eating, and worked with Corey, and we just think the world of her. She's phenomenal. So here's a little video so you can see her. I'm so excited that it actually embedded.
It almost started when you double clicked with your hand thing, your pointer.
Okay. Well, it's on. If you go to, I know these are terrible. It worked when I did that. Well, if you go to if you go to dietdoc.com, they have some YouTube videos on there, and she's just talking about the support in the Mental Edge program. So if that is something that you're interested in, and usually we'll bring it up first if we see somebody that's really struggling in some areas. We'll say, hey, have you thought about talking to Corey? It's you're investing this much time and effort into the program, and if there's something that's just constantly going to hold you up, she's the puzzle piece that you need. And I think the mental part of dieting is so important. I think we all feel that way at the Diet Doc, that it is important, and if it's not something that we can work with you through, it's a great resource that we have. So,
is there an extra fee to talk to her?
Yes, yeah, you'll actually set it up and work one-on-one sessions with her. It's all done over the phone, but you're invested this much in the program. I mean, it's not a cheap program. Everyone I know has made an investment, a time investment, and if this can seal the deal for you and make it permanent, do it. It is worth it.